Hello and welcome back to another video of Formula 1 Challenge in 1972. This is a bit of a late stream compared to the previous ones. I'm not gonna go into the details what happened, it's been hell of a day, but here we are back with race 2 of the 1972 season. And well, whoever followed my previous seasons may know that this track is not one of my favorites or one of the best tracks for me, and nothing shows that more than me starting from P13 while my teammate Jackie Stewart is starting from P2. So yeah, after the last race, I also mentioned that there was probably gonna be seasons or races where Jackie will beat me big time. Here, he's got the chance to do so, especially after the Argentinian Grand Prix that I did yesterday, where I was the better driver, and now it's definitely him. So hopefully after I made the dream come true and managed the Tyrrell 1-2, hopefully I can get another good result. The conditions are pretty similar to the ones from Argentina, so the race is supposed to be a dry one. However, we will start on a wet track. How wet the track is, I don't know at this point, but we'll just have to go and see and have a look for ourselves. However, last time I raced on this track, that ended in a giant catastrophe after a lot of DNFs and the AI basically taking me out of the race for good. So hopefully this is not going to happen this time. But I wouldn't take anything for granted, really. So let me get ready and we can jump right into the race and see how we do. So as you can see, Emerson Fittipaldi is starting from P1, which, well, he was the real life world champion of 1972, so I guess it's just natural that he does well. And Jackie Stewart from P2, followed by Holm, Revson, X, Visser, Regazzoni, De Adamic, Eamon, Halewood, Ganley, Peterson, and myself on P13, so I couldn't even make it to the first 12. And it's been a pretty interesting qualifying session. So the real life track record is 1:17 made by Jackie Stewart, who actually made a 1:12 on this qualifying session. And even I had a time of 1:15, so he's good 3 seconds faster on a lap than I am. So I just assume that the Argentina race will repeat itself, this time just the other way around, and it's gonna be Jackie who will beat me by a lap, taken if I survive the first 2 laps where the carnage starts. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it and do some racing.
Hello there. The weather as
So the sound level might be all over the place again. And we have lights so I can see them. And here we go. That's a very poor start. Someone hits me from behind. And there is no farther out I can go, but they don't leave me a lot of space here. And actually I can't see anything from the spray. So the catastrophe is granted for the first corner. But, well, I actually managed to avoid it so far. But I'm having zero grip. And I hit someone and I lost my front wing. So for now I'll give it a shot and go back to the pits and see what we can do. Oh, that was nasty, that in the front, and there is a massive pile up right here. Someone ended up facing the wrong way. That's a couple of free positions for me. So yeah, I'll just have to go and see if I can get back to the pits and if it works at all. But I'm just tiptoeing through here because now I have no front grip at all. So yeah, something has to go wrong on this race every single time. Yep, there is zero front grip, so I can't even turn the car in the corner. So I'm just gonna go slowly, hoping for survival. And from what I hear, plenty of other drivers have lost wings, wheels, whatever you can lose in the madness that is going on here. And it's Tomala right behind me, and I can't even take this corner. Oh my god. Whoa, careful, careful, careful. No, 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 don't jump. Ooh, that was heavy. And I got hit again and again. And the AI basically destroyed me once again on this race. And yeah, don't even try to avoid me. Well done, mate. And now that's me out of this race. Well, this was a pretty short one again, just like last time.
Emerson Fittipaldi.
Yeah, thanks, Nick. You just seen my luck on this race, so I think I'll just move on to the next one and see what happens. So let's have a look. So Fittipaldi actually managed to win the race, and that's pretty much all that happened. Beltoas came second, Regazzoni third, Ganley fourth, Diadamic fifth, and Halewood sixth. So that's actually still pretty good for us on the constructors. Yeah, I was a bit late on the restart, Nick, so yeah, I'll just have to suck it up and live with this result. I mean, after all, it's Kyalami. This madness always happens here. So we'll just move on to Jarama in Spain. And I'll just jump straight over to the next session. Well, actually, so yeah, I'll just jump into the qualifying session and see what happens. I'm not particularly good on this track, to be fair. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is just the usual crazy stuff that's going on in South Africa all the time. I would actually be surprised if this didn't happen every possible occasion. Hi Vincent, thanks. I wasn't very lucky, at least not on the South African one. That went out of the window completely. So yeah, we'll just move on with the Spanish Grand Prix and see what happens. Right, the qualifying has started. I can never do any good qualifying on this track. So we'll just go with the flow and see what happens. And I actually forgot the track layout completely. So I'll have to do some familiarizing with it again. However, it's still, I find it a lot better than the Montjuic Park, or not even sure if that's how you pronounce it, because the AI behaves a lot better on it than on the other one. So hopefully we're in for a good race on this track. Yeah, I'm starting to remember. Though it's gonna be far from ideal because I did quite a lot of races. Oh boy, awesome. And the gravel trap is actually pretty similar to the one we had in Argentina. So it's gonna be a struggle to get back to the track if I come off. Right, so it's still a pretty short track, but I honestly don't remember anything from it. It's been the 1970 season, the last time when I raced here. So I need some refreshing of my memory. And as you can see, just in the front, someone is going really fast here, which is most certainly not me, and I'm not even close to be able to match that speed, so I'll be starting from somewhere in the back, if not the very last position. So here we go. That's another good opportunity for Jackie to get some good points, and I make the same mistake in that corner. However, I didn't get stuck in the gravel trap so badly. And Merzario does a provisional pole. Fair play to him. And he's been actually a lot faster than me. Well, and I have a feeling that the track layout is somewhat different from what I had in 1970, so this doesn't help a lot with being familiar with it, but we'll just go and see what happens if I try to do a lap without making any stupid mistakes. Yeah, it definitely feels somewhat different from 1970. And I'm already down in the first sector, so I'm not hoping for any wonders here. If I can avoid starting 31st, I'll be happy with that. Yeah, there's just no way to get this braking distance right for now. So I'll have to work on that quite a lot if I don't want to end up with another DNF. But I actually still like this track more than the other Spanish track we have in this era. Honestly, I don't know why it feels so much different. So let's see if I still have enough fuel to try another qualifying lap. And actually I don't really feel like I should be playing around so much with the settings, which I wouldn't do anyway because I would use the free practices for that. So the car actually is behaving quite well. But I can clearly see where I'm losing the time. 118. Oh, come on, guys, stop this. So we're gonna get a couple of crazy lap times from the AI. And probably the first time, well, definitely the first time I got this corner relatively right. And I just decided to take it easy instead of just charging into it. And it's still gonna be a very, very poor lap. I'm actually barely faster than on the previous lap where I just went out of the track. Wow, that was scary. So yeah, that's a 124, so that's definitely last place start. So then let's just do a quick finish on this session, otherwise we'll be sitting here tomorrow as well. Yeah, 23rd, well, that's a lot better than 32nd. But yeah, let's just roll with it and see what happens. I mean, after all, there's not gonna be too many tracks where the AI goes crazy, so this might actually turn out to be a good race if I can do something about my poor lap times. So let's just get the fuel ready. And I actually have to go and check how many. So that's 44 laps. This is 45. You know what? I put on an emergency pit stop just in case. In case something goes wrong, because why wouldn't it? Right? So let's jump into the next race and see what happens. And here we go. Someone stalled on the grid. And I actually need to be... Oh, I hit someone. Sorry, mate. And I think I got away without any suspension damage. Yeah, this happens if you don't have the mirrors at their place. I mean, I do, but they're just so far away from the cockpit that I can't see anything in them. So here's a race where I'm going to be hoping for high attrition. That may help me get a better position. And I had a pretty good start apart from that little collision. And it's Graham Hill right in front of me. On P13. Yeah, that's right. There's so many slow corners on this track that it's unreal. So I'm kind of happy with this because I survived the first round and there has not been any kind of madness going into the first couple of turns. So the AI actually managed to pull a more disciplined kind of start. And people already losing front wings, so much about the AI being disciplined. And I should be avoiding these curves because they seem to be quite dangerous. Oh boy. And this was a very stupid mistake. So now I have to look where I'm going to rejoin the track. And that's another couple of positions lost, but that's still a lot better than than the previous race in South Africa. And I wish my car was turning, but it just doesn't. Oh my god, look at that. So I think that was Ganley flying out of the track. I have no idea what was going on there. I think he managed to hit one of these curves that send your car flying. And yeah, that's about it. That I can get out of my speed on this track. It's never really been any different than that. Pretty much everyone is faster here than me. I'm really bad here. Oh my god. Yeah, there's no chance to keep up with any of these guys. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, I was looking somewhere else. So, this was pretty dumb. I should be paying attention to the race. So that's Regazzoni out of the race. And from what I hear, there's still a lot of craziness going on the track. Oh my god. This is just so bad. I'm so bad on this track. I'm so slow. Reutemann is right behind me. So I think I just need to try and get my composure back and carry on. Wow, Fittipaldi is out of the race. So the... Oh, that's Wilson Fittipaldi. Right, I thought it's the race leader, Emerson. But it's actually not. And Danny Holm just did the fastest lap. Well, that's good for him, I guess. And Schenken already 5 seconds ahead of me. Yeah, that says it all about my abilities on this track. And someone is actually right behind me, and I just let him go because otherwise we both would have DNF'd. Not entirely sure what's going on with Pescarolo. He's behind Wiesel at the moment, behind me. Someone lost something again. Ah, right there, Schenken just DNF'd. And I took back the position. No, I didn't. Wiesel is still on my side. So I'm just trying to leave some space for him. And there is some madness going on. Yeah, these guys just pushing each other. Oh yeah, someone lost a front wing here, a rear wing here, sorry.
Mike Butler. Galli.
Yeah, so the attrition is definitely going to be massive. Not only because some of these guys doing crazy stunts on the curbs, but we're already having some mechanical failures as well. So I might actually end up winning a couple of positions here. Now I'm running wide, but at least I didn't get destroyed by the curb like many others did before. So, but Reutemann is having a massive 4 seconds lead against me already. Halm Refson on P12, so okay, there's Jackie on P4, which is still pretty good. I should just find a way to get into some better positions, but I don't think that's any close to realistic. And Luke Pescarolo is just so much faster, and just what the hell are you doing, mate? At least try to overtake me properly. That was very dangerous. I almost pushed him off the track as he just jumped in front of me and braked. Okay, so my brakes are not doing too much again, so this is getting interesting. Yeah, where are the brakes? I'd like to know that. And I hit Volker from behind, and I think I took him out of the race as well. That wasn't intended. Gonna be a very poor, very difficult race, but over time my memories of this track actually coming back, so in a couple more laps I might actually know what I'm doing. No danger of that at the moment. So right now I don't see how I'm going to last all 44 laps. But yeah, these two tracks following each other are always the worst for me. And if I remember correctly, we have Monaco after this, so I may be good for some points on there. I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead with this race for the sake of racing. Plus I might actually end up having an interesting fight with Volker for 21st, 22nd places. Not the most glorious fight of a race. Peterson lost his front wing and the rear wing, so that's pretty much him out of the race. At this rate, there's gonna be 1 or 2 finishers on this one as well, like in Argentina. So if I can be one of those finishers, that would be great. Okay, so that's Merzario out. In the meantime, someone else lost the front wing. And that's how I get up to P20. I just look at the cars. This turn here must be pretty dangerous for them. Plenty of the guys DNF out of this corner. So yeah, thanks to the attrition I might actually last. So all that needs to be done is to avoid any stupid mistakes and I should be good to go. However, at this point I have no information on my teammate Jackie apart from that he was on P4 a couple of laps earlier.
He's got all.
And so apparently Mijo in front of me is called Schumacher, at least according to the commentary voice. Cool. Danny Holm did another fastest lap. Pescarolo out of the race, so this brought me up to P19. And there's been an unreal amount of accidents from what I hear. And Volker is still right on my gearbox, so and I just keep braking like crazy in these corners. So I wouldn't be surprised if I was in for a nice brake failure over the course of the race. Blue flag, so yeah, someone is right here. Come on, mate. Go, 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 go. Don't make me lose too much time.
Chris Amon.
Eamon is out as well, so but I'm already a lap down and Jackie is actually still on P4, which is pretty good. At least one of us is able to deliver any kind of result on this race. Oh boy, I shouldn't be forcing these late brakes. Not very healthy for me or my car. Blue flag, come on, go, go, go. Now I'm wondering how did I end up with Ronnie Peterson being right in front of me. I mean, not the guy who just slapped me, but the other position, so oh boy. I knew this was going to happen.
Peterson.
So how did Peterson end up in P17? I think he lost something. Front wing maybe? I don't remember. Was that him? Just in front in the red car? What's going on here? And who's this? It's not Peterson, that's sure. Yeah, that was not Peter, so I'm out.
Carlos Lazzi.
Okay, so after being lapped by the first two, I managed to lap someone myself on P18. That's, well, that's interesting, but I'll take it. And I think I'm actually a little bit faster than Peterson, who's going into the pits. Peterson, haha. Yeah. And he's already out of the pits, so yeah, well, with a missing front wing there is not much they can do to him, so he should be retiring unless there's a bug with the pits, for which he actually won't retire. There, just push him through the corner. And there we go, Jackie lost his front wing. This is where it gets interesting. So I'm up to P16 with, from what it seems, there are actually plenty of cars here running around with missing this and that, mostly rear wings. Jackie X is about to blow his engine. Well, at this rate, I might just get a result out of this race. With the amount of retirements and broken cars. So that's Hill in front of me. Yeah, and now on to the slightly more realistic ones. Belto was 8 seconds ahead. So this race is turning into a horror show as well, just like Kyalami did. And that's X out of the race. And that's Belto is only 5 seconds ahead, which means I'm faster than him, which from what we experienced so far shouldn't really be happening unless he's driving around without a front rear wing. Yeah, I think he's driving without something as well. He shouldn't be this slow. Oh, he didn't lose anything, and he's right in front of me. Or maybe a front wing. I can see his front wing. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to overtake him here, especially if he brake checks me. Then I go on the inside. Brake way too late, and I have no idea how I managed to pull this off. Yeah, so there's the other intact car. 18 seconds ahead, 19. But actually, thanks to all the DNF and broken cars, I'm already up to P13, with which I can live with. And Mijo is out of the race. Ah, suspension issue, right. So then it's Vissel 37 seconds ahead. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, so these are the two races for which I feel like I have to apologize. Seriously, like just so poor. On in Kyalami is the AI, in Jarama it's me. So at least that's 1-1. "39 seconds ahead. Oh my god. Fittipaldi, that must... Alright, so they were just overtaking each other back and forth, I guess. Yeah, sounds like it. And it ended up in a collision, which took Vissel out of the race. So I'll be up to P11. Yep, I'm up to P11. Lauda. Well, that's a nice surprise. Don't. Ah. And that's it, I've been lapped by Jackie. So yeah, just as I said, he was going to give that lap back to me for Argentina. Here we go. And Volker is getting close again. So he's gonna be the other very endurant guy from the back of the grid and climbed all the way with me through all the DNFs and flying wings and wheels and cars. And in the meantime we're running 9th. I have no idea when that happened, so probably someone else just went out as well and I didn't pay attention to it. Ah, that was smart. And I feel like I'm actually catching up to Lauda, so he's probably got some damage as well. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's another blue flag. And I'll actually have to pause for a second here. And I'll be back right away. Right, apologies for that. But I said it's been a crazy day, so I wasn't even expecting to be able to do this without any kind of interruptions. So yeah, that was a pretty tactical one, Nick. And yes, it's also time to push, especially because I can see that I'm catching up to Lauda. So at this rate with the attrition, I actually might end up in the points. Or at least I hope so. So let's go. And there's a yellow flag. There was a yellow flag. And the blue flag as well, so come on, go, 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 go. Actually two of them. Well, what is going on here? The blue flag is certainly not for that guy. I mean, he's definitely going without a front wing because I couldn't see any front wing on his car. And he's going all over the place. Oh, what are you doing, mate? Whoa. That was scary. And we're actually catching up to Lauda nicely. And if I saw it correctly, he doesn't have a front wing either. Which explains why he's been so much slower. Oh boy. I was hoping to avoid this kind of traffic here. Not the most comfortable way. So now it's Andretti in P7. And looking at what the AI is about to pull there, I wouldn't be surprised if it was ending with some massive catastrophe and a giant collision. So okay, so I guess Andretti is out of the race, so that collision I was mentioning actually did happen somewhere. It's crazy to think that I'm actually one place away from getting a point. And Volker is still right behind me. So I think the two of us is doing pretty well with just surviving all the craziness that's going around here on the track. So fair play to both of us. Yeah, there he is.
Guessing.
Getting is only 3 seconds ahead, which means I'm a lot faster than him. So I wonder what he did last. Yeah, well, we'll see soon. He's here right in front of me. Come on, mate, just get out of my way. Yep, it looks like he lost the front wing. And there is Reutemann, who has been multiple, well, not multiple places, but that as well, but actually many seconds ahead of me at some point in the race after he overtook me. And now it's just less than 2 seconds. He's actually right there. And I took a late break. Yeah, so this is definitely the race of lost front wings and, well, lost everything. Just squeeze Reutemann out. Solé is in front of me apparently, but it looks like he's out of the race as well. At this point, I'm going to end up on the podium as well. That would be funny. Especially because I think that the guys in the first 3 places actually already lapped me. And Danny Holm lost a front wing. Oh, that was nice. And Walker is back into the action behind me. But thanks to the back markers, he is 2 seconds down. There's still plenty of retirements and we're just barely over halfway the race. And someone's trying to go to the pits. Well, that's not gonna be the safest. And I think that's actually Jackie right in front with... No, that's not Jackie. That's good. But it's more like a back marker because I didn't get another extra position for that. So I wonder where Halewood is. Walker is still right here. He is not making any mistakes. Oh, come on, P3. And now it's Holm because he was actually an entire lap ahead, or maybe even 2. So I think it's gonna be Volker and myself who will be finishing this race. And now I'm up to P2. And Volker is still right behind me on P3. So we're basically just surviving. We're not doing anything else, just surviving this carnage that's going on here. So I guess it's an opportunity for us to do another Tyrrell 1-2. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Oh, that was stupid. So, but this right now, I'm not sure if I made that mistake so badly or my brakes are starting to give up already. Yeah, he's actually almost 2 laps ahead.
Jackie Stewart. Stewart.
And that's Jackie out of the race, which means that I will actually inherit the P1 if I'm not gonna get overtaken by Volker. Right, this race is just getting very crazy. The last time I raced here, I DNF'd after a couple of laps, so I had no idea that this was going to be this crazy. But well, it actually is. Oh boy! That was a strong surprise and pretty much a suicide dive by Walker. But he pulled it through regardless. So, fair play to him. This was a ballsy overtake. And he's actually damn fast. So I hope he gets blocked off by the back marker over there. But he didn't. And yeah, if this would slow him down as much as it does me, then we'd be talking about a different kind of race. Yeah, I'm a bit worried with these side-by-side actions on this track, because there is nowhere to go really if I happen to make a mistake. Okay, we caught up with this guy at the worst possible place. But I'll just have to try my best. Oh boy! I took too much curb there. However, I have a lot better straight line speed than he does,
Gotta get him.
and my brakes seem to be a lot worse than his. I think I lost quite a bit of composure there. Yeah, I might be able to go for the move here. Because I'm a lot faster on the straight. So we're back to square one, and I'm back to P1. I really don't like the curbs of this track. Just so dangerous. I was expecting him to go for the move here through the curbs, because it seemed to have a different effect on him than me. Can open a bit of a gap here on the straight. Much faster than him. Need to make sure that it stays like that, and then we're fine for the end of the race. Not very long to go. Yeah, not like this. I never hope to meet some back markers so badly, because then he might get stuck behind them and allow me to open a bit of a gap. Someone else is out of the race, and somehow, what's going on? So the gap to Walker is just growing and growing and growing. No, not anymore. So I'm wondering what happened to him. He wasn't so behind. I mean, I would be lying if I said I didn't feel anything in that few corners, so we might actually have touched or made some kind of contact that sent him off the track. Yeah, most definitely. Oh, right now he started to catch back up. Yeah, there he comes. 4 seconds. Right then, how about I just concentrate on the track and worry about Walker getting back behind me when he actually does. That's just gonna be a back marker. Oh, that's the best possible thing you... that... Oh, damn it! Oh. Well, I wasn't expecting him to start wobbling in front of me with the smoking engine. It's one thing that I couldn't see anything, but that's another that he pulls right in front of me. Well, I hope I can avoid this and that's not going to happen to me. Yeah, that made me lose quite a bit of time to Walker. What's spinning and where? Oh, those guys. Well, looks like some party was going on between these back markers without wings. Yeah, just decide which way you want to go. So now I'm hoping that Walker gets stuck behind them so I can open the gap back up a little. Oh boy. Yeah, now it's back to 2 seconds, so the back markers are definitely doing their job, or well, at least what I'm expecting them to do. And Walker is right back into the game again after getting through all those back markers. 1.3. Yeah. He's actually a little bit faster than me on average. And I also clearly feel like I'm losing a bit of concentration, but yeah, well, it's getting late here. And I've got a better straight line speed. back marker. They always come in handy in these times when I need to keep Volker behind me. Just leave me some space. I said leave me some space. Well, that's not working out too well. He actually helped me up instead of Volker. Not long to go. And here in the straight I can pull away again. Well, there's definitely not too many of us left in this race, but I'm starting to wonder how many there are actually. So that's two of us who survived all the carnage are definitely there. And we actually both started from the back. Right, I might have just about enough fuel to go to the end. So let's hope that that's gonna be the case. Oh, that was dumb. And there goes Volker. Right, I feel like I need to be more considerate on the brakes. Nothing's lost yet. Yeah, his best bet is to try and pull away on this part where I can't really use the higher straight line speed I'm having. And then I'm faster on the straight, but he's just too far ahead. And I don't want to risk a move going in from this deep, especially because this guy is kept the hell out of the way. Damn. I could have actually went for the move there. So by now I think it's clear that I have something against back markers, because they just a massive amount of trouble. I mean, I don't mind if they hold Volker back for me. Oh boy, no, 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 don't. No, please, no, 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 no. I can't believe this. So when I raced this track in the 1970 season, that's exactly how I DNF'd. With the difference being I couldn't get it out of the gravel. Right, so 18 seconds ahead. I don't think I have a chance to catch up to him now unless he does something very stupid. So I think from this point I just go and take it easy and bring the car back home on P2. That's still gonna give the team a good amount of points, and to myself as well. At least I think it's gonna be enough to retain the championship lead. Come on, 3 more laps to go. It's nice and easy. And by the looks of at the end of the race, we'll just be chasing the back markers. Race leader is entering the pits. Why would he do that? No, don't tell me he's going to run out of fuel. Well, actually, I might face the very same danger myself. Yes, he's run out of fuel. Seriously, that was absolutely not fair to Walker. He's been doing so great on this race. Coming behind me all the way from the back. Survive all the carnage. Then getting first place only to run out of fuel. That's sad. That's very sad. And I think I'm having the same issue as yesterday. The car is pulling to the right when I'm braking. Well, let's... Yep, it does. Oh boy. Now the question is how well the pit stop is going to work. Well, let's have a look. I have an emergency pit stop set up. So let's give it a try. Oh, it's gonna be fun with the dead brakes. Let's see how well this is going to work. Yeah, thanks, mate. Oh boy. Idiot put me into the wall and now I can't get out. Seriously. Yeah, so that's not only a fuel mileage race, Nick, but also a brake mileage. And again, I actually have to finish the last lap with the brakes fooling around, and I might even have some suspension damage after these very intelligent AI drivers crashed into me while I was in the pits.
Rolf Stommelen.
Well, now that's not easy like this. So how about I just take it easy? After all, whoever is on second place now is about a good 2-3 laps behind, or maybe even more. Yeah. And they're still going to tell me at the end that I still have a lot of brake laps left, lot of brakes left, which is definitely not the case, as I have 0 brakes left and I can feel that. But here's a race win, absolutely undeserved. The most undeserved race win of Formula 1 history. As you can see it right here. So yeah, this has been a very interesting race with enormous amounts of attrition. Thanks, Nick. So huge amounts of attrition, but at least I feel like it kinda made it right for what happened in South Africa. Too bad that Jackie was out of the race, so that's just only the points from my side for the team. But at least this definitely keeps me on the top of the championship ladder. So yeah, not much I can say to that. I'm really sorry for Volker. He's been doing a great job with me, starting from the back and just surviving, only to run out of fuel.
With the race over, let's take a look at the
So let's
classifying
see
results.
what the actual classifications were. So I
Second,
think Peterson came third in the end,
fifth,
and Stommelen came fourth maybe, and that should be about all the finishers by the looks of it. So yeah, as I said, it always keeps telling me that I have brakes left, but I definitely didn't. I could feel that there were no brakes left, just like in Argentina. So much about that. It's been fun, regardless, and actually a pretty difficult race on a track that I'm absolutely not good at. So I'm happy with the result and all the surviving I did. And again, here's our little video shoot from a podium ceremony from way back in the day. Yeah. Okay, it's enough now. You can go.
With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship.
Yes, Stommelen had bad luck.
The Drivers' Championship.
So yeah, I'm still ahead in the Drivers' Championship, followed by Beltoise. Now that's cool. Fittipaldi in third, Jackie Stewart in fourth, Regazzoni and Lauda on the same amount of points. Lauda did quite well for a March. Ganley, Walker has 3 points. I'm not sure if he got classified for this race or something, or that must have been the South African Grand Prix for which he got some points. So yeah, and we're still quite heavily leading the Constructors' Championship, followed by BRM and Lotus. The rest is not even worth mentioning at this point. They still might have a chance to catch up. And yeah, so this is it for today's stream. Thank you very much for suffering through these 2 absolutely terrible races. And yeah, I think I'll see you at the next race, which will be Monaco.